Now, a better way to set up your website is to use a free script called WordPress. And if you go into your cPanel, you'll see something called Fantastico Deluxe. To install it, you can use an automated process here. So let's click on that. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to delete our old site out of here, our example site, because WordPress won't like it being in there. Okay. Now, what we do now is we click on WordPress, and then we're going to click on New Install. Okay, now your domain name will be sitting right here if you only have one domain name. If you have many, you have add-on domains, then by clicking in this box over here, you'll be able to pick the proper domain name out of there. Now, this box here, install in a directory, if you put something in here, it'll install it inside of that directory. So they would have to type in the domain name / and this directory to get to it. We don't want that. So leave that blank. Down here, you're going to need an admin name, and then you're going to need a password. Okay, so these are so you can log into WordPress. Okay, now down here you can put in the admin nickname. So let's just say Scotty. Okay, here you want to put in an admin email address. Now the site name, so Beat Me Up Scotty, whatever you're calling it. And then a tagline. Okay, so all you never wanted to know about trick. And that's it. Now we click Install WordPress. Then finish installation. And our WordPress site is installed. Now down here where it says email, you can put an email address in here and send yourself the details of your site. So if we click here now, we get to the login page of WordPress. So let's log in. Actually, just click Remember Me here. We'll log in. And that's how simple it is to install. Okay, now if we were to have a look at the skeleton of this, here's what our site looks like right now. So it's not much to look at. What you want to do is upgrade your site. Now you can do that by using the update right here, or updates, and then just click Update Now, and that'll update us to the newest version of WordPress. It may come up and ask you for your FTP information. If it does, just put it in there. That's the same as what you put into FileZilla and what you log into your cPanel with. And then we'll just go to plugins, and then we're going to delete this Hello Dolly one. Okay, so there we are. We have a skeleton install. Now what we want to do is find a theme for our site. Now there are a couple ways to do this: appearance and themes. Okay, so what this will do is change the look of our site. You'll see right now we have one here called 2012, which it defaulted to. This is the new one that it installed when we upgraded WordPress, and here's another one here. But what we want to do is search for one for our particular needs. So we can search within the WordPress codex right here. So what we're going to do is see if we can find one that fits in here. So click in space, and if we find one we like here, we can use it. Okay, I'm not seeing anything I like there. So what we can do instead is go back to Google, and then we'll type in free space, which is my keyword I want for my WordPress blog. WordPress themes. Okay, and it'll go out and see if it can find some for us. Okay, you'll see here we have premium WordPress themes. These usually aren't free if it says premium, but you can always buy one if you find one that you really like. Okay, so you see here there is a demo. Usually there's a demo on a WordPress theme, so you can bring it up, see what you think. And then there's a free download and a buy. Alright, so I'm going to keep looking until I find one that I like. So we just go through this process. We go and see what we can find. Okay, so let's see if we can find a Star Trek one specifically. Okay, so here's an example here. Here's a preview link, so let's have a look. It's got the Star Trek logo on it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So I'm just going to download it now. And you'll see it's downloading. I accidentally hit it more than once there. Okay, so let's go back to our install themes. Now what we're going to do is click upload. We're going to upload it from our computer. So now we choose the file. Okay, so here's my Star Trek logo theme. We're going to open. Now we just click install now. And we can do a live preview here. Let's just activate it. And simple as that, we now have a Star Trek themed site right here. Okay, so now it's time to add the content. So of course you wouldn't be searching for Star Trek, but if it's a business type of site you're creating, you might look for a business theme. Just get something that matches. Okay, so the next thing we're going to want to do is go to all posts here, posts, all posts. We're going to delete this, so you just put your mouse over trash and delete this hello world post. And then we're going to go to pages here, go to all pages, and then we're going to trash the sample page. Now WordPress is divided between posts and pages. Posts are for blogging, so if you're creating a blog you're going to use posts and categories. Pages are static, they don't follow a blog in categories in the tree. Okay, so we're going to use pages for our site, so we'll do add new. Then we'll go all about Star Trek. Whatever you want the title to be. And then you would put your content down here. Now, you see this add media button. If you want to add a picture in here, you click on that. Now you can either select files or you can drag it into here. So let's go get my folder that I have my picture in. Here it is. So what I can do, just drag this. I'll just drag this up into this area and let go. And there's the picture in there. Now you'll see over here that we can insert it into the page right now. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to close this at the moment. We're going to come back to that. So now we would put in our content. And then away we go. So I'm going to just put a bunch of stuff in here. Now I'm going to just grab this from Wikipedia. Now you don't do this. I'm just doing this as an example. So I'm just going to copy and then I'm going to go back here. And I'll just paste this in here. Now, let's go back to let's go to the top here and put our mouse right at the beginning. You put the mouse where you want the picture to be. Okay, and I'm going to go to Add Media. And then, now I can insert it into the post. So here, well, let's just insert into page actually. And there it is. So let's click on that and then click on this little picture here. And then we get some options here. So let's align it left. You see the text wraps around it there. Let's call this Star Trek. This is the alternative text like I referred to in the static website. And the link URL. Now, if somebody clicks on this link, then it's going to go to the actual picture. So let's just click None here and update. Okay, now let's go and publish this. And there's our page. Now you'll see up here there's screen options, and you should turn on discussion here. And then you can determine if you want to allow people to leave comments. Turn this trackback thing off. If you want to allow comments, leave this checked. If you don't, uncheck it and update. Now you can do that automatically for every page or post you write by going into Settings and then Discussion. Okay, and then what you do is you just turn all of these first three off. You should turn the first two off anyway, but if you turn the third one off, the comments will automatically be unchecked. Okay, let's save that. Now if we look at our site now, you'll see that it's coming up with a not found. And the reason is because we haven't set the home page. So what we need to do is go to Settings, and then we want to go to Reading. Now up here you'll see a static page. Click on that, and we're going to select, and there we go. I see I have a spelling error there. Okay, so let's go fix that. So all pages, click Edit. And so you can edit these at any time. Okay, let's look at our site now. Okay, and here it is. Now the other thing we're going to want to do is fix what's on the side here. So if we go over back to Dashboard, we could actually go into Widgets from here, but you go into Appearance and Widgets. Widgets are what's on the side of your site. Okay, so we have Search, Recent Posts. We're going to take Recent Posts off, Recent Comments, and take off Archives, and take off Categories, and we're going to take off Meta. Okay, so that's all we have is the search box. Okay, now what you might want to do is put on pages. Okay, and then you could call this navigation. Okay, let's save that. Now let's go have a look at our site. And there it is. Okay, so here's our theme. We have our article down here. And then here's our search. Here's our navigation. So that's all there is to it. Now, the good thing about this is when we add other pages, we don't have anything else to do. So let's add a page. Just click Add New. And we'll call this Join Our Newsletter. And then you put the content in here, fill the box below. Okay, and then you put whatever you're using here to subscribe to your newsletter and publish. And that's all it is to it for adding pages. Now you'll see down here that since we turned off discussion, these are not populated. So if you want them to be populated, you just click allow. So let's go have a look now. Okay, and here we are, and here's our navigation, and join our newsletter. Okay, so we did all that without knowing a thing about designing a website. All we had to do was install it and then start putting our content in. Okay, so that's how you can use WordPress to create your site. Okay, so at this point you've been shown all the tools that you need to set up your own site. As you see, it is not a complicated process, but once you know how to do it, you'll be able to set up as many sites as you want.